This is a project with Deco Art mediums. This is white gesso. I'm using the photograph of a scrapbook page I did, not scrapbook, art journal page I did back in the spring. And I was experimenting with painting on wallpaper. So I'm going to take that bicycle because it goes with this fabric pattern so well, and I'll have to put the name of that fabric in the description later because I used it and I don't know what it is. And I don't want to go look it up right now. So there you go. So the first thing I'm doing is painting a barrier coat. That's what the gesso will do. It'll seal the fabric so that my subsequent colors will pop more on white. Otherwise, the bicycle would be a little bit difficult because it's so broken up into small pieces. I did sketch just a little bit, a rough sketch, and I've gone back in here with a cosmetic sponge to clean up a little bit. And as usual, I get in a big hurry and don't want to wait for it to dry, but it really needs a couple coats. This is a heavyweight canvas. It's what is used on their stretched canvas panels, their tote bags, and it's a great material to work on. This is one of my first projects using their materials, and I'm, after 3 months, very, very happy with the quality of their designs and their papers and fabrics. Okay, where I stopped off, I was painting on my bicycle. To refresh a little bit, I drew the outline, traced the outline, and then went back in with white gesso and painted everything but the black tire and the black seat with 2 coats of white gesso. And because I did want an opaque look for this bicycle. It's so open and the pattern comes through so easily, it would take over the bicycle if I, whoops, wet paint. I had forgotten the other side of the, I think Randy called it the fork, right here. So I had to add that back. Had to make sure that the anatomy of my bicycle was correct for as much as it's going to show. Now after drying all night, I've got a Deco glass paint marker, Deco Art glass paint marker in black, and I'm going to try it. It's got a little thicker nib on it than what I really, really want, but I don't think I have a permanent marker. Might have a Sharpie. And that would be no on the Sharpie. Alright, I am going to outline to make it blend in with the other artwork. A very, very light touch. Kind of scribbling. I want it to be organic. Okay, that's working fine. Y'all don't want to need to watch me do that. I've got Decor Art So Soft fabric paint and a water brush full of water. So I'm going to look for some areas that I can paint. Basically, we're just staining the fabric. We're just adding a little pop to something that's already really good. This probably won't ever be washed or laundered, but this would be the color for you if you wanted to wash it. This is very much transparent, which I very much like. That little frog could probably be a little bluish green. And I'm not getting overly invested in this. I just, ooh, what's that? Pretty teal pearl. I may have to get some more of these colors. I don't have enough to mix with. This is some of that metallic teal. I'm adding it to my bicycle. See what it does. I think it's going to be fine. Let's add just a little bit of teal to this water bucket. Maybe to this bicycle too. Oh, okay, a little bit right here. Except that's probably wood. That's the part that would be. Well, I definitely need to order some more of these. They're kind of nice. Let's see, those could be robin's egg blue. I love the way they soak into the wet paint or the watery fabric. Easy to mix, luscious, and let's give them just a little bit of a pearl highlight. I may have to wait until that dries to see it. Or wait, put it on when it's dry. Okie doke. So we've danced just a little bit of color around, and I'll be back in a minute. I've taken a piece of lace. It's a cotton polyester, I'm sure, but it takes color really well, and I'm using Tattered Angel spray on it. Just mopping it around, getting it all over my hands. Couple different colors, give it some variety. And I'm going to use this at the top of my bag. I don't have a video camera by my sewing machine, so I will talk you through what I did with the finished sample. Okay, here we go. I used a zigzag stitch, just in a straight stitch, whatever I felt like I wanted to do. First thing I did was put some binding around the burlap strap. This is an over-the-shoulder bag, and I knew I wouldn't want burlap right next to my neck, so I just sewed that on when my bobbin ran out. I changed the color because I wanted this to look 7 Gypsy-ish, and it does. I took pink seam binding, and then the pink bubble is some kind of yarn to make a sweater with. So I just used whatever I had on hand, and this is the final result.